فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Rabbi اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري. This is the most popular and known ayat in Surah Rahman and unusually appears 31 times in the surah. The repetition is deliberate as Allah SWT is addressing to the stubborn Quraish who are hell-bent in not accepting the truth. Allah SWT is also addressing us, man, who is nisyaan, forgetful, and needs constant reminders for everything he takes for granted that is provided for him. The use of the word aala can be misconstrued as it has different meanings for different creations, man and jinn, who are both being addressed in this surah, used in different circumstances. The widest definition of this word should be wonders of Allah, which includes favours and blessings for which it is commonly used. Think about it. What favours or blessings are there for the jinn in the fruits, food, the sun, moon, and stars? So this all-inclusive word should cover every miraculous act of Allah SWT which gets lost in translation as a blessing. And for every such act, every creation should be grateful for, which may or may not be a blessing for it. For example, the Quran was revealed for man since only he was taught bayan. But the benefit of the Quran was also imparted to the jinn. Surah Jinn, ayat number 1, talks about how a group of jinn heard the recitation of Surah Rahman by the Prophet ﷺ and were in awe of the recitation, and that they believed in it and said they would never associate any partners in the worship of Allah SWT. This account was also documented in a hadith in Tirmidhi, hadith number 2033, in which the Prophet ﷺ said that when he would recite the ayat, Fabbi ayee aala Rabbi kuma tukazibaan, the jinn would say that they certainly would not deny any of Allah's blessings and that all praises were for Allah SWT alone. So the word aala can mean wonders of Allah, which include favors and or blessings. It may also include inherent qualities which an object may possess. These attributes can be deduced from every blessing that Allah SWT talks about. The favors being discussed include hidden favors from Allah SWT as well. In Surah Luqman, ayat number 20, Allah SWT mentions that He has completed upon you His blessings outwardly as well as inwardly. In the ayats which talk about hellfire in Surah Rahman, the use of this ayat is mentioned as a warning and guidance to remove heedlessness and instill the neymats, blessings of Allah SWT. Upon examination of this very ayat in Surah Rahman, it is used in the following manner: 8 times for creation, 7 times for hellfire, 8 times for the first Jannah, and 8 times for the second Jannah. So the number adds up to 8 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8, which is equal to 31. It will be interesting to note that in Arabic numerology, alif equals 1 and lam equals to 30, making a total of 31. Alif and lam are the first 2 letters of Ar Rahman, and there is a hidden truth in it. It brings to our attention that there is something mysterious in the surah that may have a connection to the number 31. In Surah Al-Anfal, ayat number 26, Allah SWT points out how He gives us shelter and protection in our most desperate times so that we can always turn to Him with gratitude. It is this element of shukr, gratitude, that He wants us to instill within us when He keeps reciting the ayat, Fabbi ayee aala Rabbi kuma tukazibaan. The element of shukr is so paramount to our faith that Iblis pledged to Allah SWT that he would not ask us to stop praying or believing in Allah SWT, but instead he would come from all directions except from the top and instill waswasas, whispers, for human beings to become ungrateful to Allah's blessings. Also, Allah SWT in Surah Insan, ayat number 3, takes this point further and clearly states that He has shown man the right path and only wants to see that after that, whether he now becomes thankful or continues to be ungrateful. This Ramzan, let us ponder on the constant reminder of gratitude Allah SWT has placed in this monumental ayat, Fabbi ayee aala Rabbi kuma tukazibaan. How easily do we forget about the smallest of neymats Allah SWT has bestowed upon us? And when things are on the up, we become haughty, full of pride, and take us away from Allah's remembrance. And when things do not go our way, we cannot stop but complain. We forget that good and bad are both from Allah, and both states are a test for us. So like a concerned parent, Allah SWT, the Ar Rahman, showers His Rahma by reminding us every step of the way to show gratitude for every single thing He provides for us and for our well-being. Fabbi ayee aala Rabbi kuma tukazibaan. Thank you for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you found this reflection on Surah Rahman meaningful, please like and share with those who may benefit, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. May Allah's Rahma and Barakah be with you and your loved ones this Ramzan and always. Ameen. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram.